Hey y'all, it's your favorite member of the rooftop gang. It's Eggs, and in this video, I'm going to the moon. Yeah, sorry, I'm just really excited. So, I have my rocket here. Everything's ready and prepared, and we're going 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off. Anyway, as I'm going up here, I'm telling you, the server's adding new players, we're getting more people on, and there's just going to be more interesting things and more content. Make sure to check the other two people who are going to upload. They just are a little busy right now, so I haven't uploaded in a while. Anyway, I just want to say thank y'all for watching, and I'm going to go explore the moon, and by the end of this, I'm going to have a space station. And just to tell y'all, so, I'm making the Space Mafia. Anyway, so, we go. And I only have a tier 1 rocket. It's pretty basic, but I can go to Earth and I can go to the moon. Now I don't want to go to the I don't want to go to the moon's orbit since that's just wasting time, so I just go straight to the moon. And now it's kind of like boring. You just kind of like go down. I just am kind of like speeding through this. Anyway, so after going through, I just kind of jump around and look at like the low gravity. It's so cool. Anyway, so I run into these like weird mobs, and they're actually really strong since my moon armor's not that good, but I come across this like structure and I'm not entirely sure what it is. Anyway, so I see the secrets beneath, which means that there's a moon dungeon down there. But first I go down this thing, and it didn't have anything down, so I just kind of left it alone. Now I saw that below. First I checked this out, which I just mined all these because I thought they look cool. And I see these weird like Squidward looking villagers. They look so like funky. I don't know. So anyway, I go to loot this place up. There wasn't a ton interesting. I got some desh though, which I need to make a space station and a tier 2 rocket. Now, I just head back down, I take the lava, and flowing lava freezes, which is kind of weird because I don't really know how you get lava to freeze. But anyway, I go down to this dungeon thing, and now, like, time to actually go through this dungeon. So I go down, and I jump around, and I see that there's a ladder on both ends, but I go down this side, and I mess up on the ladder, so I end up just deciding to turn around. And there's these spawners everywhere that spawn, like, what I can assume is just the zombified version of the villager things that are here. So, as I'm going through this dungeon, I'm thinking, like, hey, they're pretty strong, so I just gotta take this careful, and just give it a look around. So, I also have an oxygen meter, if you saw, and that is one of my biggest problems this entire time, just having enough oxygen. Because I'll just be there, and I'll be killing these guys, and then it's always just in the back of my mind, like, worrying me, like, if I don't get off the moon fast enough, then I'm gonna die. So anyway, I have a bit of, like, a lag spike because I'm trying to open these chests. But I see these, like, ice crystal things that I know you can make cryo fuel out of, which is, like, a better fuel source. So I'm thinking that maybe we can, like, sell the fuel or something. But anyway, I found a gap here and this cheese, which is pretty funny. So anyway, I collect all the things I see that's of value, and then I just continue on. Now, I end up just going through, mining more spawners, and these guys keep getting like the drop on me. And even though they don't deal a ton of damage, they just fire off so fast that I always lose like 4 or 3 hearts. Also, more players are starting space travel, but I got to the moon first, so I'm deciding to place a taboo, or I don't know if that's the right word exactly, but I'm putting a price on space travel, and I'm trying to get everyone to sign a contract that says that I essentially own every planet besides Earth, which it's going decently well. So far we have 3 players that y'all don't really know about who signed, who I'll show y'all later. I've signed, and Buck has signed. Now, I've started making a bit of a team, where the space mafia per se. Right now, it's me, a player called Yeet Meatball. I'm probably just gonna call him Yeet, but I don't know particularly what his nickname will be yet. And then there's EITBQ, equality is the best quality. and we're kind of like the space mafia. Like, we run space, we own space. And right now we have access to every planet, plus we have a gas station. Now we even have access to a planet that has like breathable oxygen, so we can all go and like live not on Earth, and then like it'll take a while for everyone to get to where we're at. So if we ever need to run and my pocket dimension is not an option for some reason, then you know where we're going. So anyway, I come into this huge room and I mine all the spawners I can, but these seem like these spawners aren't working, which thank God, like for me, because these spawners would probably spawn in a ton of things I wouldn't want to mess with. And I use the low gravity to my advantage here, and it's just so cool. Like, I wish I could get this low gravity on Earth. But maybe I like do a whole like space tour, like a parkour course with low gravity. I was trying to think of challenges. Also, I'm going to challenge a player to a boxing match, and if y'all have like a specific person you want me to box, then put it in the comments below. Anyway, so I continue on, and this is just a maze. Like, I have no idea where I'm going this entire time. Anyway, so as I head back down, or just down general, I see this giant room, and I'm just running because those guys are bad news and I'm not trying to deal with them. Now I end up finding this staircase, which I was going to go up, but this guy rudely interrupted me. Now also another thing that I realized is that, and I hope y'all realize, is that soul lanterns are everywhere here. Because the moon has no oxygen, so normal torches and lanterns will like extinguish and die out if you try to get into them. So that's good to know. I end up making a space station, and at this point it should have like an infinite oxygen generator, which is nice. And also we're getting so much loot up here. But anyway, to the point, I'm making a space station. It is basically infinite oxygen, and I have to use like soul lanterns and soul torches as a light source. Now I'm just going here. I see that these like nether lights also work, like the ones that grow on the trees. So maybe that's a thing. Something I'm wondering is if I get enough trees in space, if you can actually breathe. I don't think that's an actual part of the mod, but I'm also not the most educated person on these mods. So if y'all know, please tell me. Anyway, so I'm heading up, and I see this giant room full of this like Desh ore, which I know I need. So I'm just super excited, and I end up checking all of these barrels, and I'm just going to not like get your hopes up. There's nothing in any of those barrels. Just the Desh is the most valuable thing in this room. And I also checked all like the pillar things, like the Desh that you see in the walls, and you can't craft it back to normal Desh, so it's not super useful. But anyway, I even go and I look in every single barrel, and there's just nothing. And I really thought that that room would have more in it. I know a lot of like mod pack creators or mod creators don't like, they'll put barrels as decoration, but they won't put anything inside of them. So I don't know if it's just like a weird thing to code or anything. But as I was saying, I'm just exploring through the dungeon, and I end up leaving without doing anything more. And then I end up like trying to make a space station, because I have all the materials, but I just didn't know that I had to put them in my inventory instead of the rocket's inventory. So I end up going to orbit, where I forget that I need to put my helmet on. And at this point, I'm screwed, if you can't tell. I just like completely. Oh wait, no, sorry. I made my space station at this point, but I accidentally dropped from my rocket, and I end up dimension clutching here, but I'm now stuck without any rocket on my space station. There's just nothing I can do. Like, I'm stuck here, and currently, unless I want to die on re-entry, I have nothing. I'm just stuck here with my pocket dimension and all the resources I've already brought up here to craft. Now, I know that I have a very limited supply of oxygen up here. I'm not going to last forever, but I'm also not going to last in like such a short amount of time that I'm just going to die. So I go inside my airlock door, and then I take off my spacesuit to just conserve the oxygen I do have inside of it. Now, most important thing I check, and I don't have like any oxygen left in there. So, I know that's not great, so I'm just kind of walking around, and I learned that I can't stand by the stained glass. I have a little bit of power, so something I decided that's important is that when I run out of oxygen, I need to like expand the area I'm in. So first I start mining that, and then I see that I still do have oxygen, I'm just running out, but I have oxygen buckets, so I can always just put more in. But the situation is getting tense and more intense as it goes on. Now, you can see I have full oxygen and still a bit of oxygen left in that tank, but just the longer everything's going to go on, the longer it's going to go down. after finishing my build, I now have time. So, sorry, I'm now done-ish with my build. We now have more room on the space station, and my ride out is here. Now, usually being stuck on a space station is a death sentence for most people, but for those of you who weren't paying attention in the first half, we run a space mafia here, and if you know anything about the space mafia, then you'll know we always got each other's backs. So, I go up, and I miss the first jump, but I easily make the second. Nope, I just keep failing. That's on me. I've learned to traverse this way better in the future. And it's a little laggy right now. In my defense, I was out of the country for a bit, so my ping was way off. But anyway, you can see my ride coming down, and you can see through the window EITBQ. Now, he's coming up, he's bringing the rocket, he's bringing the goods. He has a launch pad, but we already have one because we come, well, I can't even say we come prepared, we were the opposite of prepared. Anyway, so we come up, and just after a little bit, I show him around a bit because, I mean, you gotta be a courteous host when he's part of the family. But he decides to not do it, so we just go into my dimension. But that was his choice, not mine. We have the rocket place, so I grab some of my fuel, and it's time to get off of this space rock. It's not even a space rock, it's not a planet or an asteroid. But I finally can leave, and it's just so nice because I was stuck up here for like however long it takes, but I also refilled my oxygen a bit because I had my dimension to go to. But anyway, after all the work I did, I'm finally back.